Good evening, everyone. It has been a year since our last recording.
A whole year.
A whole year. Well, it was April the 1st, wasn't it? You remember?
Oh yes, I do. Yes,
with the dancing girls.
The dancing girls. I think that was very good. That.
So it's not quite a year, but it's not far off a year.
Sorry, I'm just remembering that. Yeah,
it's far.
I'm done now. Yeah, okay.
It's far too long, isn't it?
far too long. Yeah.
Right. So what's been happening the last few weeks?
Well, quite a bit really. We've had the Crimbergeddon.
Crimbergeddon with 150 at Crimbergeddon.
That was very good.
That's good for a walk.
Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
The food, the atmosphere was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, Crimbergeddon.
And I believe Lee Turner was there.
Lee Turner was there?
Lee Turner was there, yeah.
Was Lee Turner there?
I believe Lee Turner was there, yes.
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
He was there in spirit.
He was there in spirit, yeah. After that was another Geddon.
That was Armageddon.
That was the weekend before last. We had Armageddon. That was a sellout event as well. And if you look on various different videos around and about, there's the massive explosions at the end. We always have that huge finale, don't we?
I tend to stay clear of that because as I'm getting on a bit, it hurts my ears.
Does it really?
Oh, yes. And it's fun to watch.
Well, we call that the most intense 6 minutes of paintball anywhere in the world.
It was absolutely, this year was absolutely phenomenal. The actual power and the actual, you can feel the heat from the explosions going on as you're walking.
Well, there was water, air, fire and earth.
Yeah.
So there's big earth lifts and water lifts and flames and all sorts of stuff.
I volunteered my mate Rick to go right in the tower. I don't think he knew what was getting himself into, but sorry Rick, I do apologise, mate.
He probably didn't, did he?
No.
Right, so after Armageddon...
and we also had UWL the day before.
The day before was UWL, yeah, that's right. And
the first time that's happened.
Yeah, that was so at a weekend, and that was a sellout as well. There's 20 teams in for that.
That was a very good turnout.
Leds's lot won that again. The messiest people ever, Leds's lot.
They are absolutely disgusting.
I've never, ever known a team, other than Disruption, but they're both like two peas in a pod out of them two teams.
Yes.
Never known anybody who leaves much mess.
No,
in the same area as them two do.
Yeah, they are terrible, really. I'd love to go see the homes.
Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to empty my dustbin in Leds's house next time around. I'm going to do that, definitely. Then something that wasn't us, and this went ahead last weekend, or this weekend just gone.
Yeah, this was Alex's, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Stan Alex Monroe.
The Alex Monroe, yeah, the MagFed people.
Yeah, so what he's done is I think it's the old Stanley Tools building.
I believe so, yeah, I read a bit about that down in Sheffield.
Yeah, do you think that's why it's called the Stan?
Yeah.
Stan for Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
I bet it is, isn't it? Yeah, Stanley Tools.
Apparently it's quite well turned out, and I've read the reports, what people have come back and say it's really, really good. I must admit, I do like the MagFed stuff. It's like getting back to basics a bit. You've got time to take your shots. You're not paint hungry, and it's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's an amazing building as well, isn't it? That
I've never been actually. I went to the one last year with yourselves, and that was very good.
Yeah. That was Anzio.
Anzio, that was fantastic. I did love that.
He's doing another one of them, Anzio.
Yeah, I've got my name down for that one already, so I'm hopefully playing rather than working in that one.
Yeah. All you got to say to him is if you ain't got a ticket, just say, "Do you know who I am?" What he's doing right, if he says...
I'm a mate of Andy Hollywood Sables.
What you do right is if he says, "I don't really recognise you," you say to him, "Do not watch television." So that was good. Yeah, he does a really, really good event though. Alex Monroe. That's next year, and so the Stan was last weekend. No doubt he'll be doing some more of those, and a little bit later in the year, around about September, October-ish, I think it is.
Doing the Anzio again, I believe.
For the Anzio, that was brilliant.
Now that's a game you mustn't miss. That is, no matter what paintball you play, go there. Use your own marker, 50-shot upper on top, and just enjoy the day. I can guarantee you, 100%, you will love it.
That was a sellout as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. It's a fantastic day. That
always a sellout.
Yeah.
Right, so that is what's been happening.
Now, in the news,
yeah. So what's happening now?
I believe Mike Sterling Tate's got a new whipping boy.
He has got a whipping boy, yeah. Yes. A curly-haired whipping boy.
Who's not adverse to taking his clothes off, I believe.
Is that right? So that's Danny Vimto Sarazdan
Tate Sterling. He's got to adapt Mike Tate's last name.
You've got a Powerball now. We've got a black guy, right, with no afro.
Correct.
And a white guy with a foreign name.
And an afro.
With an afro.
You couldn't write this, could you?
No, but he is a really nice guy, isn't he, Danny?
Yes, he's a very nice guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times.
Yeah.
And I think he even knows who I am. He calls me by my first name.
Well, he probably watches telly.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So that's Danny Vimto Sarazdan.
Sarazdan. I'll have to get a proper pronunciation for that.
Yeah, we call him Danny. He's a Bups old boy.
Yes.
So he used to play for... Well, I'm saying he used to. He probably still does.
I'm not sure. He'll probably defect now to Mike Tate's whipping chap.
Ronin will play for now, won't he?
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, the Ronin, yeah.
He'll be a Ronin boy. Yeah. So the Bups are going to lose Danny to Ronin. That's my prediction for 2015. What do you reckon?
You heard it here first, boys and girls.
And Wendy's moved as well, hasn't she?
Yes, she's got a place at Retford now, which I haven't been to, but I believe is going to be quite a nice place.
I've heard it's fantastic there as well.
Yeah.
It's not far away either, is it?
No, it should be quite good. And I say Wendy deserves things like that as well. She's a good girl, is Wendy. She
Yeah.
puts a lot of events on.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. And that's the Northern Masters.
Yep.
Because it's been split now, isn't it? I think Wendy just runs the Northern Masters now.
Yeah.
Shoreline
do the Southern Masters.
They do the Southern
Yeah.
Masters. That's changing to some other name as well, which I can't remember.
Was
what
it?
it was.
I can't remember. But they're doing quite well as well out the Shoreline.
Yeah, he has loads of teams down there doing that.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really posh place, isn't it? 1 for 1 it's called.
Yeah.
And apparently that's the AstroTurf, and that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I was going to go down the other weekend, but I just couldn't do it. I'm busy work-wise. So.
Did you have a thing?
I had a thing on. Yeah, I had to do lunch with somebody. It might be the wife. I don't know.
Right, so Wendy of the UK Masters or Northern Masters, she's moved to Retford, which is somewhere near Newark.
Yep.
Which is just off the A1.
Just off the A1 down the A17,
yeah.
I believe.
No matter where you live, it ain't far away.
No, it's nearer than you think.
So that's quite interesting. So that's a bit of a roundup of what's been going on.
Yep.
And what's happening at the moment. Right, a new product from Fat Bob's is this safer bottle. It's an ultra lightweight
I like these.
bottle.
Yeah, they're very good. There's no...
That's a 1.5.
1.5?
1.5 litre.
Quite a chunky little monkey, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's literally no weight to it.
But it's with the mega light. Now, this is something that's quite interesting with these. If you have a look on top of there, look. It's got a valve that you would use for... like a push back valve.
Oh yeah,
like an ordinary box on a Schrader valve. Because it says on the side here, there's a filling process. So this is something that they come with, which I think attention to detail is quite incredible, really. Fill empty cylinder to 5 bar, then leave for 5 minutes, then fill in accordance with item 2. So what that means is you fill it to 5 bar, which is about what? 70 psi?
Well, that'll be enough to keep... There is a bladder inside there, and that'll be enough to keep the bladder to the right shape. Obviously, if there's no air in there, the bladder could collapse to a degree, I suppose.
Well, I think what it does is, I think the bladder
distorts.
Yeah, well, it's smaller than the bottle. So if you fill up really, really fast, it thrusts that bladder to the outside, and it cracks the outside shell. So what you've got to do is you put a little bit of air in it to start with. It expands the bladder slowly, and then because the shell of the bottle is porous, it allows the air to come out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't crack it. But loads and loads of people get this wrong, and they just get the bottle, it's empty, they blast fill it straight up to 4,500, and they get cracks in them and they wonder why.
Yeah, no, I've done that for years and years, and I've always slow fill no matter where it goes. No matter this bottle, any bottle, always slow fill, it's always that bit safer. They
always said though that with these, because it's similar to the Stacco bottles from years ago, that you should always leave about 500 psi in them.
Is there a retest on these, unlike Staccos?
Yeah, I think there is,
With all the dates on the pie marks and everything.
Right, what it is this here is the date of inspection, should I say. We'll get it right one day, won't we? It was January 2015, so that is literally within minutes of having it with us. The expiration date is 2030, so it's got 15 year.
Oh, right.
And a 5-year test, so it's the same as an ordinary bottle.
So you can't actually, unlike Staccos, you don't have to throw them away after 5 years or 3 years.
Yeah, so it comes with a reg, but obviously you'd have to put the reg on yourself because it has this thing which keeps it pressurised.
I think it's a good ninja reg as well, which is quite good. These are quite like these.
Yeah. Also, if you look on the side here, remember as well when you put these on, it isn't hand tight, and it very specifically says on the side here, mounting torque, maximum 100 Newton meters. So that means what you do is you get a torque wrench and you put it to a maximum of 100 Newton meters.
And you've got 2 burst discs as well, 7.5k and a 1.8k, which it should do.
Very, very nice. Yeah. So that's the safer bottle, and it's available from Fat Bob's. Right. Obviously, we're trying to keep the time down a little bit because we always go a little bit over, don't we?
Surely not.
So, a little bit about All the Fun of the Fair 2. Now, last year, it was quite a hit, wasn't it, All the Fun of the Fair 2? It was quite interesting.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody realised who won or cared, to be honest with you.
No.
The fun was just going, the cakes were going, and the fish were swimming.
The fish were swimming.
One set in clean water, one in mucky water.
It was funny. Basically, All the Fun of the Fair was a game. It's at YPC, and you played the game. It's a scenario game, but every 10 minutes, a funfair game opened. So it was hook a duck or hoopla, wasn't it? Score under 21 with darts. Yeah. And if you achieved the game, if you won the game, you got a goldfish, and you came back, and the scoring was a tank. in the safe area, and you put your goldfish into the tank, and the team with the most goldfish at the end of the day won. So the next one, so all the fun of the fair 2, is that Sunday the 28th of June.
28th of June. Yep.
Yeah, so it's about 4 months away from that at the moment.
It's not that far. It's catching up pretty quick, isn't it? Really?
The days fly. I think as you get older, the days fly faster. Don't
What are you trying to say?
The year will go faster than the year than it will for me, though.
Thank you for that.
Right, now, something that we are doing different.
I've had a hard life.
You haven't?
And a big paper round, the A1 and the M1. I'm nearly 33.
He is. Right, what we're doing this time, under normal, the last game was an ordinary scenario game. This year we're doing what we call 1989 spec.
Oh, is that for the
this is
the Magfed boys?
This is the guns. It's not just Magfed, this is the guns. So, just to make everything really, really clear about what can be used, because there will be tons of confusion about this, I can see it now. You can use, on a 1989 spec, you can use a pistol.
A pistol?
You can use a pistol. That's the best pistol in the world as well. They are the
I used to be able to cock this with one hand, but
no.
At my age I'm struggling.
Is it? You've got what you call women's films. There you go. That's how you do it. Dead easy. Not many people can do that, actually. It's a test of manhood, that.
Nope, I failed miserably.
Right, the second thing you can have is pump gun.
Pump gun. I think I'm going to get myself one of these.
This is mine. That's mine.
No, it's not.
It's. I tell you what, there's not many black ones around, and that one is actually mine. Now, to use a pump gun, or with obviously needs a hopper, you're going to need one of these. Now, if you haven't got a 50-shot hopper, then we will supply these free of charge. Obviously, as a loan, you give them back.
Yeah.
Not that the 1999 Club ever does. So that can go on top of it. We're 25 now. We've got about 7 left, something like that. So we'll get them all.
Alex, bring them back, please.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what you can have on top of that. Not only can you have that, or with a pump gun, should I say, you can also have Magfed.
Yes.
But before we show the Magfed, what is important, because obviously it's Magfed and we need to talk about Magfed.
Listen, what you get up to an evening time in these car parks, it's your own doing.
You can use a Magfed gun. We have to have a gas mask on. It's because it's so realistic, isn't it?
Yes.
But can you hear me all right?
I certainly can.
So, you can use a Magfed if you like. And, well, a Magfed. There you go, that's done. Now we've talked about Magfed, we can take off the gas mask. Oh, and this is quite important now as well. This is a Geo 3.1 with the 4-core in it. Right, so this is one of the best guns in the world. If you want to play All the Fun of the Fair 2 and you've got one of these, any kind of super semi, as long as you've got one of these hoppers on it, that is it.
What this hopper does, because it's gravity fed, it restricts your paint flow. So therefore you can get maybe 2 or 3 shots at a time and you've either got to shake it,
haven't you?
Or whatever, and it just restricts it and brings it down to the play level, same as everybody else, which I must admit is bloody good fun.
It is really, really good. Yeah. So what that is so the gun spec, the 1989 gun spec is pistol, pump, Magfed with a gas mask, or anything else that you want, as long as it has one of our 50-shot hoppers on it.
Yep.
Simple as that. It's easy. Easy.
No, that's quite good. I say we've done that last time, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It's really like getting back to basics.
So that's 1989 spec. We're doing a couple of other things as well. Snipers. We talked about a little bit about this on Facebook.
Yes.
And those sniper places have now been filled up.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. So at 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday the 28th, right, which is very, very early in the morning.
Yes.
4 snipers can go just outside the game area.
2 for each team, yeah.
2 for each team, yeah. They can set themselves up outside the game zone. They can build little hides and dens and do whatever they want to do. And they've got to stay there until the game starts at 10 o'clock. And all they can do is snipe. That's all they do. So from the outside the game zone, they've literally got 9 hours. Is it 9 hours? It is 9 hours. They've got 9 hours.
It's quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, to set themselves up in. They could have one location, 2 or 3 multiple, whatever they want to do.
I'd be falling asleep, mate.
Now, the good thing is, though, this is the clever thing, is if they want to eliminate each other, they have to have a rubber knife.
Oh, I read that,
right?
Yeah, that'd be quite
and they've got to stab each other in the back, so they've got a rubber knife each other. So I think that'd be quite interesting. That, in actual fact, would be. I think it'd be quite interesting. It'd be interesting to see.
It'd be very good, yeah. It'd be very good, like so they can lay dormant for hours and hours and hours, and you suddenly take a shot and you think.
I reckon somebody will get there at 1 o'clock. They'll set themselves up, and 2 o'clock somebody else will come in on the opposing team.
Triple over them.
They'll walk them. Yeah, you can imagine they sit themselves next to each other like that. But that's something
good, that, yeah.
That'd be interesting. We've got RPGs as well, rocket propelled grenades. this time as well. Grenades, yeah, rocket-propelled grenades. I won't tell you much about that at the moment, but we'll have a film about exactly what they're going to be, but they're going to be really good. I'm not aware of any other game that's had RPGs.
It'll be quite good then. I'm looking forward to that.
I quite like the idea of that, so you'd be able to blow up.
Can I let one off?
I've no idea. Can you really? Can you wait till the end of this?
Well, yeah.
So we'll put some videos up of that, of how we're going to do that, how that's going to work a little bit later on. When we do another one of these.
Yeah.
There's going to be more fish. We'll do the fish a little bit slightly differently this time.
I think we should have different shaped tanks so people don't quite know who's winning. And if you have foliage in there won't be able to count the fishes.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
It's part of the game, that is. So there won't be just that. There'll be loads and loads more. So we've got the fair, all the fun of the fair 28th of June 2015. Snipers, RPGs. We've got 1989 spec for the guns.
Yep.
Fish. We'll have candy floss. We'll have.
Are we going to? Now, last time you promised a candy floss machine.
Yeah.
You got a candy floss machine, but nobody saw it.
Yeah, that's because we forgot to get it out.
Correct. Now, this time, you're actually going to get it out.
I will make a guarantee at all the fun of the fair 2 this year. 3 candy floss.
Yeah. Can I go the old?
Yeah. It's a proper bowl, and
I've seen one in action, but I've only seen yours in a cardboard box, unopened.
Yeah, we didn't get enough sugar for it. That's what it was.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, we didn't want to have an embarrassing time and running out of sugar. So that's it. All the fun of the fair 2, 28th of June 2015, and I think that we really need to call an end to this. I think we've been
we've been far too much fun this one. So hopefully we'll see you next time. It's good night from me.
In a month. We'll do it
in a month. Yeah, a month. Yeah.
Do it in a month. See you in a month.
Bye bye now.